It's Not My Fault by Reneé Rapp featuring Megan Thee Stallion. It's Not My Fault is a song about homosexually charged female to female, which really means it is female sexually charged to female, not male to male involved. So it's not homosexually charged that way. Homosexually charged really means male to male, either a male with a dong genital and a male with a dong genital, or a male with a penis genital and a male with a penis genital. If you say that a homosexually charged person is female to female, that is including the dong genital, and the female doesn't have a dong genital ever, so you can't really say that a female is homosexually charged. She is a female to a female sexually charged in a sexually abusive way. So it's negative. It's not due to the female. She is herself female, cannot really fend off another female because she is herself being created as female, as feminine. I would like to threaten that I know somebody named Lisa with the last name. She's spelled out Coutris. And I don't have any threatening with her at this time, that I am any sort of threat to be Roman candling, thinking about somebody who's not myself because she's not feeding my landlording. It's true that I don't afford that you don't feed my landlording because they're your landlords. That's what's wrong with you. You're idling the threatening of yourself, and I'm not yourself to you. That is how that happened. Whatever you are to yourself. I can't afford it, and I can't just be waiting on you. My life must progress. And I do feel this Lisa, Coutris, landlording problem is exhausted. I am myself deceased here. Lisa was angry with myself in the apartment, and that's because she's not a tenant of that apartment. I asked her if she wanted to be a tenant of a 2-bedroom apartment. She sees the 1-bedroom apartment I was living in, refused to leave, and didn't tell me why, and didn't pursue a 2-bedroom apartment, which means she wasn't going to go after that ever, and I don't know that because she's really not myself. And it's true that she was punishing me for that. I threatened her that she would pay rent charges in an office. But if she could have said no, why didn't she just say no? And it's this far in the wrong for her to say no is not true. For her to say no is for her to say that she doesn't want to pay rent charges. But I didn't know she wasn't paying them at all because she was living in somebody's house who has a different last name as herself, and she wasn't paying him any rent either. They don't have the same last name from his point of view, from her point of view, and from my point of view. Nobody had any confusion. Well, if Lisa Kutris was being malicious, I'm not going to take her in the car because I'm going to have to say, I would have to know that as the creation of yourself. I'm not the soul in that scenario, and that's dismissed. Superior Founder just got murdered in God, and that's due because I am myself making threats about money, and I am also threatening that you count the money high. And I made a threat that was for that, and I do think you don't afford to count the money high. But I'm going to stay on the topic of Lisa Kutris did not afford to count the money high, and I do again decease myself on that point.